Hi guys, this is Diya and welcome back to my channel. So first and foremost, I want to apologize to you guys because I didn't posted any videos while I was in India. You can see from the background, I'm back in Sydney. I am at my home and this is the video that I wanted to tell you guys. I think I owe an apology and I also owe an explanation why I didn't posted any videos. So that's what I'm going to do, and also how we spent days in India, a little sneak peek I'll show you in this video. And of course the vlogs will be following soon, starting with the travel vlog, then the days that we spent at my in-laws place, at my mom's place, and all the fun and masti that we did in India. So let's get started. So the first thing that I want to talk about is why I didn't post any videos. So I would say the first few days that I was in India, actually, let me start from the starting. So as soon as we landed and we came out of the airport, my family literally saw me and they went, "What have you done to yourself? Why are you so skinny? Why you look so pale?" And both my moms, they started talking to me and expressing their concern that you really need to rest here, you really need to take care of yourself and blah 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 blah. I was thinking myself, really, am I looking that weak? And I would say I was 47 kgs back then when I landed in India. I have gained a couple of kgs, 3-4 kgs in matter of 3 weeks, and I am a little chubby and plump now. But yes, I was 47 kgs, which was not healthy, I would say. But from all the work at home and running after the kids and not getting enough sleep at night as well, yes, my weight really reduced. Anyways, cut it short, that I thought that okay, I really need to rest because this is the only time that I have family support and I can actually rest. Because if I go back to Sydney, all I have to do is my daily chores, kids, all the runs, and I never get time to actually relax. So that was one thing on my mind, that now so that I'm here, let me make most of it. Second thing was that the first 5 nights, I would say that kids were really jet lagged, and more than Dhyani, Kushank was very cranky due to his new sleep pattern. He was waking up 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning, then he would go down at 8 a.m., then he would wake up when it was almost time for us to rest. So it was really hard first 5 days, and then at night he wanted to sleep early. So first 5 nights, I would say he was jet lagged, even Dhyani was. So I took time to settle kids, get them into the new routine. That was that. And after that, I pretty much went to my mom's place after a week, and there I had no internet whatsoever, no Wi-Fi. So, and also my sister was there, my sister's daughters and sons, so my niece and nephews were there, my papi's son, what are they called? Nephews, I think. Anyways, they were there. So we were all there, like a crazy family under one roof. There were how many kids? 3 toddlers and then 2 grown-ups, and one of my sister's daughter, she has 3 kids. She was back at her place, but still there were so many kids. So we were just talking and enjoying, and there were only like a couple of nights that I had there. So 5 or 6 nights I stayed with my parents. So that was almost half of my holiday at this point. So I came back to my in-laws. I vlogged all the time, but I didn't edit it because editing takes a lot of time. It takes almost 5 to 10 hours depending on how good you want to edit, how much you want to edit. So if I edit, then I wouldn't rest. Second, I won't spend time with my family, and I only had 3 weeks, close to 4 weeks in India. I wanted to make most of it to spend with my family. So I thought, okay, let me just take a break mentally, physically, everything. So I took a break from editing. I vlogged a lot, but even my husband vlogged. So I have to take clippings from him as well, and my mobile and everything. So, but I didn't edit it. And then we came back to my in-laws' place, and soon we had to leave to a place called Chandod Karnali, where we were going to do a puja, Pitru Puja. So we left early in the morning, like 3 or 4 a.m. We left for that. Kids was while sleeping, we just lifted them, put them in the car, and then we just left. And then they woke up, they played, there was a river there, and it was a beautiful place. We were performing the puja, all the rituals and all of that. And after that, when it was time for kids to sleep, they obviously wanted milk. So we just went to a local village shop, and we got milk from there, and they just drank that milk. So we got a tea staller to boil it, cool it, and then we gave it to our kids so that it's free from all the bacteria and all of that. We tried our best though. Anyways, kids drank that, they slept, and then next morning we were home. Then Kushang actually got sick. And we have this feeling that he got sick from this milk, and he had diarrhea, so bad diarrhea that anything he would eat, he would puke out, or he would immediately take it out of the body in the same form that he ate. So it was quite bad. His bowel function was completely imbalanced. We immediately took him to the pediatrician, and he said no milk, no ghee, no maida for next 15 days, because he is going to take that much time to recover, because he has got a bug in his stomach and his bowel functioning is completely imbalanced, and he needs to recover. And give him dal bhat shak rotli and fruits except papaya. So that's what we were doing. But every time he would eat, he would eat poop, and he lost 1 kg of weight, and I was so upset about it. He was not feeling fine. I had to stop his milk one day abruptly, and which took a toll on him. He woke up in the night and he just started crying. So day 1, he cried 1.5 hours, and I felt sorry for him. I couldn't do much. I didn't have to give him milk. So what I did instead, I gave him electrolyte powder mixed in water in his feeding bottle, and he was okay with it. But then still he would cry every night after that for next few days. So every night he would wake up around 3 a.m., 4 a.m. and cry for 1 hour, 1.5 hours. So first day 1.5 hour, then 1 hour, then 40 minutes, 30 minutes, 15 minutes. So it gradually reduced, but then he was unsettled. He would ask me for milk. If not, then he used to call electrolyte powder juice. He would ask me for juice now. He had almost forgotten milk after a couple of days. So it was a struggling part for him as well, for me as well. And his diarrhea, he was like he was emptying his bowel every hour during the daytime. And I had cleaned, literally I had cleaned so much of poop in past 15 to 20 days that I've never ever done in my life. So he was so bad with diarrhea. So, but then when it was almost our time to fly back to Sydney, still he hadn't recovered from all the ORS and the electrolyte and all the medication that doctor had given. We did some ghar ka upchar. So I gave him a little bit of coffee mixed with water, which made him feel better in the frequency and also the texture. I know that's TMI, but if you're going to travel to India, maybe like, this is the kind of information, maybe it would be helpful to you. And this is one of the biggest reason why I didn't post any video, because Kushang was not well. He was sick and he had this problem in the stomach. Anyways, so continuing from there, that we did some ghar ka upchar and he was feeling better, and 2 days before we were going to flight, he was feeling much better. And I was so relieved because I didn't want it to, like, constantly change diapers on the flight and trouble other people on the flights, because it's not just me who would get troubled, but the people around would get troubled as well. But luckily he was fine. And then I thought that I thought it's Indian milk or something. Anyways, so I thought when I will come back to Sydney, I will start his milk. So that's what I did. When I came back, I started his milk because he didn't have any diarrhea. But as soon as I started milk, he again had diarrhea. So I went to the pediatrician, not to the GP, but to a proper child doctor, to the pediatrician, and he told me that he's got a bug and and he has lactose intolerance now. Not forever, but at least for a couple of months. So stop on anything that has lactose. Yogurt is fine because it is probiotic. It is good for bowel functioning, to cure the imbalance in the bowel functioning, but no milk, nothing. And he also told me to stop his feeding bottle. So during the daytime, he used to drink off the cup, but during the night I used to give him a feeding bottle just because it's convenient, and I didn't want it to wake him up and give him a cup at night, because he used to ask for milk or water or his electoral powder that he used to call juice. But when we came to Sydney, I told him that juice was all left behind in India. Now we don't have any juice, now we have milk. So I started him back on milk. So, but two things that doctor said: stop his feeding bottle because he's not chewing properly, and what he's eating, he is taking it out in the same form, and stop the milk. So no milk, no bottle, and not even water at night, because that way, even with water, he will wake up many times at night. So now it was a struggle again for a couple of nights here. Then he was waking up and crying, and I actually didn't know what to do. So what I did instead is, one night that he was crying a lot, I just left him and I just put him in another room, his playroom, but lights were off, and I just closed the door for 2 minutes. I was like, I wanted to put something in his mind that as soon as he'll cry, I'll just put him in another room and I'll go away. I did that, and I don't know why he got scared, or he just understood that this is what mom is going to do. I did it twice, and he never cried after that. Not even a single night he cried, knock on wood, but he didn't. He would wake up and he would tell me, Mama, give me water, and I would give him water in his water bottle. He would sit, I would give him water, and then he would sip, and then he would sleep. I would pat him and he would sleep. So he's been sleeping very well now. His diarrhea is under control. He's not giving, I'm not giving him any milk, cow's milk, but I have started on soy milk. So now Kushang is drinking soy milk, and Dhyani is as usual drinking cow's milk. But I have bring certain changes in my kids' lifestyle that I think are really important, and I'm going to talk about that in my next video. Not next, but one of the video in future. That what changes have I made, and I feel those changes are so important if you really want to bring your baby out of the baby stage into the toddler. Now I feel like my babies are grown up. They are not like infants anymore. Like Dhyani, of course, she's 3.5, but I'm talking more about Kushang. So anyway, so these are my reasons, my excuses, just letting you know, guys, that these are all the reasons that why I didn't post it from India. I got a lot of requests from you guys to post, a lot of messages, emails, WhatsApp, and because I was off and on the Wi-Fi, I didn't had any mobile data. I couldn't reply to a lot of you because we were in and out, either shopping or eating out or traveling or just in general spending time with the family. So that's what I wanted to do, and I thought if these 3.5 weeks are gone, then I'm not going to get this time again. So I made the most of it. Now I am back in Sydney, back home. Now I have all the time in the world to vlog, to do videos, to edit, do household chores, and reduce my weight as well, because I have gained a lot of weight. And now I'm not going to show you the a lot of me doing the chores, because I am really chubby. Anyways, so I need to work on that as well. I hope I can reduce some weight like I did last time. Now I'm not breastfeeding Kushank anymore. So now I'm not going to reduce weight that easy. So I really have to work on it. But anyways, so this was all about our trip. Yes, few of the things that I'm going to mention, that we did a lot of masti. We ate outside a lot. You know what the best part of the trip was? We didn't cook at all. We didn't bought any veggies from the market. No cutting, no cooking, no cleaning the kitchen. So my mother-in-law made sure that we are free and we sit as a family, because otherwise we're always caught up in the kitchen, and like, you know, we don't spend quality time. It's like rush, rush, rush. And even though we were not cooking, I was so busy with the kids, because kids were off and on sick. So even Thyani got a little sick at one point, but I think her immunity just, like, you know, made her better quickly. But Kushang is still young for that. So I hope you would understand. Forgive me for not posting and any videos. So I shall be posting a video soon, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye for now.